estrogen and progesterone are opposites. And so if you have high estrogen and low progesterone, you're what we call estrogen dominant, and that causes you to gain weight. And it also makes you unable to lose weight, in that it causes weight gain, and unfortunately fat cells or adipose cells make more estrogen. So it's a vicious cycle, more estrogen that goes higher and higher. And so you balance that with natural bioidentical progesterone, usually in cream form, to apply to the skin, and that balances the negative effects of estrogen and allows that person to lose weight. You see people that are great diet, they go to the gym 5 times a week, they get plenty of rest, they do everything right, and they're 38 or 42 or 48 or whatever it might be, they can't lose that extra weight. You give them natural progesterone because they have a lot of estrogen, and once you balance that, they're able to lose the weight much more easily.
There are a lot of different programs out there to help people lose that extra weight around their middle. Many of them are excellent nutritional programs and even lifestyle in terms of exercise, 8-minute abs, so to speak. But without that central piece, that foundational piece that Dr. Randolph described earlier, of balancing the hormones first, you're just setting someone up to be sabotaged and frustrated. You can hardly pick up a periodical today, a magazine, whether that be, Glamour or More or Oprah or whatnot, that's not addressing the belly fat issue. You've got 36 million women entering either premenopause or menopause. And so you've got women and men who've been really healthy and buff, and now they're at that age where they're still doing all the right things, but they're getting that spare tire around the middle. And so the demand phenomena for what do I do to get this off me is really strong right now. If you pick up GQ or Men's Health, it's the same story. They're saying you've got that extra spare tire, there is something you can do about it.
I would say about 5 years ago, or 6 possibly, I started seeing men. I'm a gynecologist, as you know, and most gynecologists don't see men. But what happened in my situation was that I would help the women, and the next question would be, when they're feeling really good, can you help my partner or can you help my husband? And so they would come as a couple. And I have seen men have a higher estrogen level than their partners, than their female partners. And so that's very striking. And then when you lower that estrogen in men, they're able to lose weight and feel better. And by the way, several studies indicate that high estrogen in men is bad for your prostate, very bad, and implicated as a cause of prostate cancer. Because men get prostate cancer in the 60s and 70s most commonly, and that's when their testosterone is the lowest, but their estrogen is the highest. Bioidentical hormones still, the average doctor does not know much about it. So I've gotten calls from doctors all over the country, even all over the world, and said, what a great book, it makes so much sense, and so forth. And so getting the word out is very, very important.
This book is really a great vehicle. I mean, we hook people with an issue that everyone's struggling with, and it gets their attention because everyone wants to get rid of those extra pounds around their middle. But as Dr. Randolph said, we have a really large mission, and that is to make sure that the information regarding the safety and the effectiveness of bioidentical hormone therapies becomes common conversation, that the woman or man going to see their physician can have an informed dialogue. Now, obviously, in Dr. Randolph's practice and in my work with the Natural Hormone Institute, we have a bias towards the safety and efficacy of bioidentical hormone therapies, but we're not there to tell someone to do something. We're there to help them through our website, which is www.hormonewell.com, share with them true scientific information that can help them have an informed dialogue, and also help them sort through, when you're looking at marketing materials, that when marketing gets ahead of science, the health of women and men suffer. And so we want to help them really sort through to know the difference between medical information and education and marketing, and so they can make informed choices regarding what's their perfect choice for hormone replacement or not.
estrogen and progesterone are opposites. And so if you have high estrogen and low progesterone, you're what we call estrogen dominant, and that causes you to gain weight. And it also makes you unable to lose weight, in that it causes weight gain, and unfortunately fat cells or adipose cells make more estrogen. So it's a vicious cycle, more estrogen that goes higher and higher. And so you balance that with natural bioidentical progesterone, usually in cream form, to apply to the skin, and that balances the negative effects of estrogen and allows that person to lose weight.